You already know the deal. New year, new Grammys. We're going to be talking about snubs. We're going to be talking about who I think should be winning, who should have been in nominations, and of course, who I think the Grammys are going to be choosing. So, with all that being said, let's jump into the snubs. Now, this was a weird year for the Grammys. We all know they usually pick mainstream artists. Of course, here and there, some low-key, quality-filled albums with artists that are coming up as well. But having The Weeknd drop After Hours, one of the best-selling albums of the year, with multiple tracks going on the charts, Blinding Lights running that number one spot for a couple times, so on with Heartless, and we see no appearance at all by him, and that's definitely strange. No album, no solo songs, and there's definitely something going on behind the scenes, whether it has to do with him not wanting to perform or whatever else may be. There's something funny going on there, just that needed to be noted. It's a bit weird for Lil Baby. I believe second best-selling album of 2020. Taylor Swift beat him out of nowhere. I'm not sure who's in the number one spot, but nowhere to be seen album-wise. Of course, we got some nominations for a certain track we're gonna be discussing, but that was what's strange too. We definitely don't got Lil Uzi on here, which I could understand as far as the quality of the album. It just caught me more by surprise, seeing the hype and the presence Lil Uzi brings. It was just interesting, especially with the deluxe too. And then, of course, no Mac Miller appearance, Pop Smoke, no Juice WRLD, which are all three of them have, especially Circles. Circles was brilliant. All of them are high tier albums that were definitely handled with care. Definitely from the start to the end, it wasn't rushed out like past albums that we have seen. For example, X. We all know how Bad Vibes Forever went. But to see these albums have some genuine thought behind them and being pushed and presented with respect to the artist for what they did before they passed away, which is amazing to see. To see none of them being put for the rap album of the year or even an album of the year, because I always feel every year they snubbing rap albums out for some of these albums to put album of the year. You know it too, I know it, but for the rap aspect, it surprised me seeing what they chose this year. Not to say that they don't deserve it at all, but usually from what the Grammys does, it was out of the formula. Now, to go ahead and go down to what made it, we're going to be looking at the best rap performance. They got Big Sean, Nipsey Hussle, Deep Reverence, The Baby with Bop, Jack Harlow, What's Poppin', Lil Baby, The Bigger Picture, Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce, Savage Remix, and of course, Pop Smoke, Dior. Not bad. This is actually, I feel this is a pretty great selection here. I'm personally going to go with Lil Baby, The Bigger Picture. I think they're going to choose that too. And besides the song, it sounds great, but the message is even better. Having an artist, rapper at the top of the game, major mainstream success, being able to speak on Black Lives Matter, the police brutality, the situation that Black and us colored people have to face, and especially in the light of the situations recently with the Capitol. We all know damn well if they would have been Black or Hispanic and they would have rushed in there, gunshots. The fact that this is going on right up before our eyes it's time for a revolution. Of course, I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but it speaks major volumes, especially to the culture of hip hop. Shouts out to the Grammys for putting this up here. Shouts out to Lil Baby for making the song, and shouts out to the actual song itself for, of course, sounding good and bringing in major value. I have that as best rap performance. Now, best melodic rap performance, we got The Baby, Roddy Ricch, Rockstar, Drake, Lil Durk, Laugh Now, Cry Later, Anderson .Paak, Lockdown, Roddy Ricch, The Box, Travis Scott, Highest in the Room. It's gonna go to Drizzy. It's gonna go my boy Drizzy. It's gonna go with Lil Durk. That's who I'm choosing. That I think it's the best track. Now, what do I think the Grammys are gonna choose? I feel they're gonna go with The Box just because it was such a huge hit. That TikTok drive, that run at the number one spot, stopping, Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Future, and Drake. I feel that's what they're gonna go for. Now, best rap song, which is a bit weird, having best rap performance, best melodic rap, and then best rap song. To me, it was a bit odd, especially when most of them are about the same. Is Lil Baby, The Bigger Picture, Roddy Ricch, The Box, Drake featuring Durk, Laugh Now, Cry Later, The Baby, Roddy Ricch, Rockstar, Meg Thee Stallion, and Beyonce, Savage Remix. And as far as best rap song, if they're gonna take it to like the roots of rap, we talk about lyrics and bars, I would say The Bigger Picture will win this too. And, you know, everything else is more on the melodic side. I would say everything else is on the melodic side. What about you? What do you think on that? And then we have best rap album. Now, this was intriguing, definitely caught my eye. I did not expect D-Smoke Black Habits on here. I'm not going to pretend and say, oh, I've listened to his work and everything. I took a quick listen. It's like, I mean, if you're going to choose it, I mean, that's cool. Definitely, this could have been Pop Smoke. This could have been Mac Miller. Most definitely, Juice, or all three of them. One of them should occupy that spot. Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist, Alfredo, that's album of the year, by the way. If you don't know this, come close, let me tell you. That's album of the year, not rap album of the year. Shouts out to them for putting Alfredo on there. That's going to be my choice, and they better choose that. I think they're going to choose that. Jay Electronica, and Testimonies up next. This was an oddball. After, I don't know, close to a decade of anticipation, did it deliver? I thought it was neat. I've only listened to it about twice. Not the biggest Jay Electronica fan. I could understand why it made it here. I could understand that. Nas, King's Disease. Let me tell you something. To have a rapper who's been rapping for about 30 years, one of the greatest of all time, here, making it in the 2021 Grammys, reinventing himself with the newcomers and rap, with the different styles, different production, you really got to give credit to Nas. He wasn't one of those old heads that said, I'm going to stop making music, or I'm going to just stay to what I believe in and not never change. The fact that he's been able to slowly reinvent himself and still stay true to who Nas is, beautiful, amazing. And after that, we got Royce da 5'9", The Allegory. Now, I already told you who I'm going to choose, but now that you know all of them, you understand what I was saying in the beginning. Having Royce 5'9", D-Smoke, Jay Electronica, especially Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist, Nas, you know, I could see that casually, but having all of these artists over some of the bigger names, I wouldn't say it's wrong, but it caught me by surprise, knowing how the Grammy usually value mainstream success to quality, low-key quality. Not to say that none of the albums that have mainstream success aren't great, they're not dope albums to listen to, but it was a left hook they definitely threw. Now that's about it. As far as the whole Grammys and the issues of representation, miscategorization, why do people even put value into this? You know, people really shouldn't put too much value. Of course, it has been a prestigious awards for many years. Should there be change? Always. It should always strive to do better. Always strive to have better consistency. We've seen what they've done in the past. But at the end of the day, if an album doesn't get Grammy nominated or even win, it's not the end of the world. Will the album years from now still get played? Will people remember it? How it impacts fans? Those are the things that matter. That's about it for this video. I'll catch y'all next time.